lead him and will protect him.
So how far will you go if maybe someone wants to, you know?
We'll go to Burkina Faso and join the army. We'll go and sleep at the roundabout like the people are protecting. We'll go and stand outside his palace and fight for him. We're ready. Swari, please, we're ready to come to your country. Send for us. We're ready to come.
They are with you next. Wednesday night. Busy night for all heap of ones. Busy day too. So much things are going on the day. Yeah. We see some demonstration go on for the president of, well, we're going to talk his name, Ibrahim Toria. And it seems as if a whole heap of people just start to recognize what he's been doing in his country. And we are getting the argument that a coup, them try a coup with him, and them say the coup originate from Cote d'Ivoire or Ivory Coast, which is the next African country just over the other side there, which we have been to many, many times. Them try a charge upon him, but it never work. As a matter of fact, it's two charge them try, and it seems that it never work. So the whole world, black world that is rallying around this man because they have recognized that him is a breath of fresh air in this crumbling African continent that has been sold out by a lot of the African leaders. Sell we out. So we see how younger set of people now, we are talking about brethren from Senegal. We see Mali. We see Nigeria. We're going to say something about Nigeria too. Because we said last week, on the stepping way, we're going to say it again, but we say the female who just turned president in Namibia, who is rising up on another level now. I said, look here, we need to really once and for all make a change in the policies that we use to govern Africa and how the world see we and how we must see the world in this Trumpian age. And we have to call it the Trumpian age because this man said not only rule America, but him rule the world. You never hear when him say that. Me hear him say it. It's not an AI say it. Him say it. Him not only ruling America, but him rule the world. So you know. We see some demonstration take place today. We feel good about that. You know, and we hope that the people them sensitize themselves towards the African awareness and the African consciousness that is rising in Africa and other parts of the world. And we know we have a little bread and butter thing going on in Jamaica, but we have to recognize that outside the influence inside us all. Outside influence inside us all. And we can't just separate ourselves and say, boy, right now, them things they now got to deal with we here, sir. But anything will happen in Africa, eventually going to affect we. And here's where I call for South-South dialogue and investment. Well, if I want never hear what we mean when we say South-South, because we have a North-South thing going on so with America and the Caribbean. And we have to warm to Africa and the Caribbean. Why is it taking so long for them to have a direct flight from Jamaica to Africa? You know how much time it's supposed to happen? It's supposed to happen with Nigeria. It's supposed to happen with Ghana. All the while it's supposed to happen. Now we don't see it work. We have to go through this arms house place where right now you don't even sure if you land in America, you're not going to end up in El Salvador. Whether you have green card or not. Because them right now are sending people who legitimately in America with them green card. And them end up on some concentration camp in our next country or in a Guantanamo Bay. It's very important that we're aware we are going, and when you hear we attack certain things and you hear all Cabo attack certain things, a man look at it and say, "So that no concern me. But that too much thing about Africa. Too much thing about Africa. We're going to have to go look towards Africa now." Because the guy them decide say, to each his own. To each his own. Nationalism is on the rise. And we talk about African nationalism for so long. Marcus Garvey tell you that. We have to struggle and fight, because if Africa not free, no, we're not free. Them could have do this and do that. Africa must free. Cradle of civilization. That is where human beings and animals start from. And that is scientifically a fact. Not just religious belief out of Bible. Scientifically a fact that human beings rose up first in Africa thousands of years before Adam and Eve, or now Adam and Steve. We have to realize how important it is that we find ourselves in this time, yeah. We can't say leg, so I make them have it from 9 to 5. I will just live 9 to 5. I will have nothing for ourselves. We can't communicate with each other. We can't sit down and meditate for nothing, think on certain things. Can't even go to a beach or a river. You know, you can't take out your girlfriend for a night. You go have a little dinner or whatsoever, and make you cook a nice deal for you. Them have it like a zombie. Them have it like. You get up 8 o'clock, you go to work, you come home, you're too tired, you go and go sleep. No communication. So, we want the rising up of these little speck of liberation we are going in Africa now. Take all away on you, so. And make the Trumpian them go on with them tariff and them this and that. Because it's going to affect we too, you know, but we can't make it affect to the point now where we just give up. Because I swear go, we're there long before them. And we were there after them gone. We're going to take a break and come forward. Break out, we ask the question to the thing I go down. Murder rate gone down. I love the thing to hear. Oh, we have another problem. People approve you to you, so now it's not everybody with the policeman them shoot. They shoot after them. And everybody must be concerned about that. So we are called upon the authorities to recognize, and I said last week, you know, body camera. Body camera, very important and necessary. Because it's going to help the police and it's going to help the person who gets shot. Yeah, body camera not tell lie. And you have to, if a policeman turn on him camera and him go somewhere and turn it off, he have to go give serious explanation why him camera turn off when him go in the house there. So means totally with the body camera thing. Totally. Because that's happening everywhere. A whole heap of policeman get knocked because of body camera, you know. Yeah, the whole heap of policeman get knocked because the body camera show what them they do. And a whole heap of policeman get off because them say the people them who them go for do certain things that them one shouldn't go for. And the policeman have to done them. And it show what them do. So don't take it lightly. We feel good for know so the murder rate will go down. But then now we now feel good if every day a youth will get shot. And when we hear from the shout, it's an unnecessary murder. It's another murder again. Where the youth them did a kill off the youth them. No, the youth them still a kill off the youth them, but the one them who a kill off the youth them now. A van, uniform. But my say uniform of brutality. And we have to recognize how serious this thing is. Very serious. So we are called upon the youth them, you know. Look here. You must see how things are going, you know. Policeman them decide them not carrying nobody, you know. Or them are carrying a body. But them not carrying you alive. Because them have said too much things. You have to go wait for court and put you in a jail and look after you and all them something them are telling you just done you and done and make your family. Peer. Hey. Man, I'm bridging them in brother pass way, you know. And them a cuss and say, Muta, me never know so you have to pay GCT for dead man, Rasta. I didn't pop up because I never know either. I never know say you have to pay GCT. When I want that guy cough now, you have to pay the man GCT to go and pay GCT. I never know this thing either. I mean, the man a ball to me, the rest and a big man to you know what I mean. But me never know that. Me never know that. So you have to pay GCT. We want to take a break and come forward. Break time.
Saturday, May the 3rd. It's
the last day in March or April. Last day in April. You know, this month is busy. Busy, very busy. I will say a whole heap of ones, at least I don't know about you. A whole heap of ones I know drop out. Yeah man, whole heap of ones I know drop out a month here. It's kind of heart-wrenching, man. When you know say you have certain ones you used to move good. And you don't see them for a little while. And then when you ask, you say, well, you asked him dead last week, you know, or she did this week, you know. You know them here there? You wonder what is this thing called death, man. Just creep up on people, creep up on you. And I guess it don't have no, it don't have no time and no place. You could have all fun and it just creep up on you. You could have sleep and it creep up on you. You could have just sit down and it just creep up on you. You know, brother, him used to run a morning time. I keep healthy and him just drop down and dead. Just like that. And we can't stop it neither, you know. When the time comes, you know, your time, and that is it. You have to just know, say, so part of life is part of death. Maybe people don't like hear that. Yeah, most of my brethren, them hear when me talk that way there, but me not run from it. I say, boy, I'm out of where I deal with Rasta. Can't dead, you know. You can't see so many people around here dead like that, or you can't dead. What you think? You breathe the same breath. You eat the same food. You go to the same places and I say you can't dead. I just have to say every man born I go dead. And that him say, if you're born up a woman, you're going to go dead. So unless you never born up a woman, because even a man who say him never born up a man, him dead. And I know them I try to ask him when him a come back and he can't answer nobody. All them I tell him shall come like a thief in the night. Thief in the night. If he ever come thief in the night, not even a cross can hold him again. Go through people when the boy come like a thief in the night. But where we have said that far, we have said that far that we have to get involved in a certain thing to make life as it is more meaningful to everybody who live. Because we understand the part there, you know, say, yeah, they so. But your life can be more meaningful and purposeful. And when you use what you have at your disposal to make life a little easier, physically and mentally and spiritually, in the minds of other people, you know, so you do something. The power of one. Remember, you name the army of one. The army of one is very important. You don't have to have no alabaloo. Just one. You know when I say one cocoa full basket? I chew that. One cocoa full basket. And we know, say, the basket them dead empty. Empty. And we are going like a joke you just a while ago. 9 to 5. Catch a whole heap away. And you can't do without it because so them set it. It's like how them tell you, you must eat breakfast in the morning, lunch in the afternoon, and dinner in the evening, and snack. Yeah, man, them catch way. We have to go by them rules. You know, you go to church in a suit, you go to a party in a tear-up clothes. You know, I mean, them catch way. And when certain ones come and try to show you, say, no, you can't make them just a control you, so. You hear this and you hear that, you say, what am I deal with? Like I have the radio, I'm talk too much foolishness. Why you and Williams Green, you know? Otherwise known as Cabo Martiro. We don't want to call her that, but we want to know who we are talking about. Yeah, because that's on the radio for years. And I try to communicate with the people them. And then I go on like so we shall say foolishness or where should get them things from. But you have to know, say, you have views out there that is not in line with men and people views. Yeah, you have to know that. Men and people views is not necessarily the view, but it's a view. How much people going to take what she say, or even what I say, and put it under a microscope and see it? No, but when them hear it, them say foolishness. Them say it's foolishness. Instead of them examine it. Examine it. And then, when you don't get all your this and your that and you see it through your mind, then you can't say foolishness and go do what you want to do. But make sure say not come round back on you. Because all of we have things where we did think when we did young and when we grow up, we realize say things not going to work that way, you know. And then even when we're bigger, we see things go again. We can't evolve out of that. And you say, why you reach a certain level, you know, where that can't work for me again. You know, see it? So, life is an evolution. Life is a process like you climb a ladder. Because sometimes you have to look back to something where you reject. You climb a ladder and you reject it when you did it on the second step. And you have to go back down at the second step and grab it and say, yeah, this is how it go, you know. That's how it go. Enough time me go through all of that. We have got through and I say, but wait. You know, say this and me that refuse that and look how it just come round back now, say, may I say it and may I accept it. You know much thing me you see here, Rastaman, I say. When me just aside Rastam, you know. What if I think me here, Rastaman, I say, you know, I say, where me get them thing there from? What kind of thing? Where me get that from? And you almost like you want to challenge him, you know, but you're not going to challenge him. Because that's something, why am I saying, you're not going to challenge him? Because you don't know no better. You don't have your little thing in your head and feel say you know it all. And then years after, I mean, I talk about like 10, 5, I take all 15 years after you realize about it. your mind and your brains make a journey. And when you make the journey, you come and say, but wait, you know, to me, somebody said that already. And I truly that talk, you know, because you come to a realization. And then you have the opposite too, where you dash for certain things. You hear someone say some things and years after, you hold on upon it and years after you realize you have foolishness. And you have to throw it away. But it's life that. It's life. And life is them kind of level there where, you know, when you have breath now, you can choose and make a choice and go around the corner and come back around the corner and examine this and examine that and make life more meaningful. And you just get more stupid sometime. And we see right now, whole heap of ones that get stupid. Whole heap of ones that get stupid because them hear certain sound and them can't come to realization and say, what we were taught is really something that was driving your consciousness or somebody else's consciousness in your mind. It have nothing to do with your reality. It have nothing to do with your thinking. It have something to do with what them put in your head. Them put that in your head. And you can't see them put in your head, you know, because it's not something where them come and cut your brains and inject something in there. No. Greater thing that psychological warfare. Them keep repeating the same thing, the same way. And you start to accept it as your reality. Your reality is not my reality. But sometimes the two of them meet up and you have to choose how it works. Look how much people are dead that say Jesus will come. From me, I pick me, I hear Jesus will come, you know. And me, I bet you anything. But me not go win, you know, because I'm going to do every day I forget the winnings. Me, I bet you say, no man where I live today, no man where I live today, go and live to see the man with them say I will come back to come save the world. I will come back. No man. Now I go see that. Because that's how them put in our head. And it sound fictitious when somebody come and say him knowing like that. Because the fiction become the reality to we. Them put fiction things in our head and it become our reality. And most of them don't believe it. Most of them don't believe it. Look at the church. The achalant of the church, especially the Roman Catholic Church, where them put out there for you believe, them don't believe it. And it should show you that. It should show you that from them time until now. So what they say to the people, when them gather together in a them cathedral without the audience, is a total different thing. Because it's a society. Sometimes them say that secret society. It's not secret still, you know. It's not secret because the revelation out about it. But as if you want to dig deep into it and find out, say, where them I tell you is not what them believe and accept. Because you can look on it and say, when them are, some things, hey, watch your man. Watch your man. The most devastating thing to black people right now is the religion where them hold on in the Western world after. And if you check all of the country them, with less poverty there, more developed, can be able to take care of them citizens and them something there, them don't get credence to it. So how that possible? The poorest country them in the world. If you go in the country them, every time them tell you something, them say just trust in the Lord, trust in the Lord, trust in the Lord. And for them little thing now get nowhere. When around the corner, a man just come take liberty away all over the place. Pure liberty taking. You know, man call the African country, them and other countries, a soul. Yes, that's how I'm say, that's how I'm see. And we see no so I try to be like them when we did there before them. Black people did there before them. People did there America before them. And now them come and say for them place and you are alien and you have to come out of that country. When for them four parents it come from somewhere else. And now you have places where you can go where you is the majority. And when you look on it, you don't want to go to those places because it's pure poverty, it's pure crime, it's pure sufferation, you see. Because them open that to people make you believe that. It's very hard for a man to have a 9-to-5 work and start to function in a African manifest. Very hard. Him now go take 2 hours out of him there and I think for Africa and I think for what him can do for Africa. Him now go do that. Because them put some things in front of him. Or him work I go. Him have to go to church Sunday. Him picnic them have to go to school. Him wife a bother him around there so. And him see a woman where him like and him can't go talk to the woman because him wife about know. All of them things there bother him. So him don't have no time to figure out African nationalism and when Marcus Garvey tell me from long time. Africa for Africans, those at home and those abroad. And we can't accept that because we have our eyes on the USA. We have our eyes on Europe. And guess what? We now move towards the evolution process that we can even go beyond European lifestyle and livelihood, you know. We can't do that. And we're not doing that. Because anytime we reach a certain place, we're stuck. Because where we are going, we never create it for ourselves to move forward. We create it and for them basis and for them line. So for them ways now is the deciding factor in how far we go and how far we can relate to each other. So when we say love, we understand where we feel love is, you know, but what we don't know. Most of the songs them when you hear us sing about love. What if them talk about sex? Sex and love. When a woman set up on the corner of the road and take $100, $200 from you and go in a one little motel from back road there and do a thing and you come out and you feel nice and thing, you think that I love? But anytime they must sing, and one thing they must sing about sex, but them say, no, I love you, know. I love you, I want to sleep with you, I love you, I want to go to bed with you. I love you, I want to get a baby and all them stuff there. Love is sexual to how we have it. And we get caught in that. We get caught in it. When we talk about love, when we say love can mean say you're brethren, as a brethren to a brethren. Because we're afraid to tell our brethren say you love him. Because then now, for sure it's a sex it I work with. If you tell a brethren say you love him, a man will say, hey, wait, me don't know the brother, there some little this and that boy, you know, you might tell the man about him love him. So him change everything We have man in it who Galville. Then when a man say, him no nothing with no man, a woman. The man not still in a war. Woman, a still man. So what is it that I'm talking about? It's crazy. You have your brethren and you can't tell your brethren say you love him because the next man will hear you and I say, hey, what is this brother Rasta? I mean, I don't love a man, you know. Man can love man. Yes. Yes. You can love man. Because love is not sex. And that is what them put to head. We grab so much things from them, Rasta. So much things we take from them. We can't move. Them grab way. A man easy to tell a girl, say, boy, you ask me love, you know, that. What you do for me? What you can do for me? I say, love you, them, meet me at this one, meet me at this, you know. Yeah, love. That is how him say love. Man, I say, boy, I have a girl on the side, and I say, I love her, and I say, eh? And him start to count how much time you could have sex with her. That have nothing, you could have never have sex with her yet. But you still love her. And you have to differentiate the love them now. When I say love, you know, I mean like, you know, love like a sister and sister, brother and brother. You can't say love and it done because love come with sex according to all the manifestation in the Western world. Have to believe and think. So we can't go beyond that. So a man can't have a love affair that is not sexual. Because if a man, you tune with a tune where he might talk about every time a man see me, them go and say, everybody claims I'm there with her. You can't deal with a woman and do have no sex with her. In the context. No, because when you go look on a woman and you say you love her, right away, everything in her you stand up. And you finger them. We have to distinguish ourselves as human beings, as African people. Given where it takes place right now, and we see that creep up and way, we have to figure it out fast. I was going to stay in a slavery and a ball out for 500 years, but we need to get free. We need to free. We have to free ourselves. We're taking a break. Any break that is all. From what I say, what I say makes sense. But I must say something in the way I say that you can't take away from it and figure it out for yourself. This is the time now. And we know we say no is like no all yesterday and now. Where African people must wake up. We have too much heroes. If you do the same thing the same way, I expect to get the same result. We're going to get the same result. You have too much heroes, Rasta. Every man I look for a hero. If I hear songs that we don't need another hero. I think I wish your name to sing it. We don't need another hero. Tina Turner sing it. Why we need heroes, pan top of heroes, pan top of heroes? Why is not we the hero? I am my ancestor. So all the people them who died for the cause and the liberation, if we understand what them I say, them still alive. Because if it wasn't I, them wouldn't live. And if it wasn't them, I wouldn't be alive. So I am my ancestor. And my ancestor is I. So when you see I, you're supposed to say, all of them who you hail up as hero, you must look upon them and see them. And you must remember them. And when you remember them, you must remember, say, but wait, I don't know a brethren where come like a him, coming like Marcus Garvey, Malcolm X, and all the other one, them come. Yes. We don't need no more hero. The hero days, we pass that now, we have to go beyond hero now. We have to make with consciousness the African mindset carry far, 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 far. That when we reach out there, in the horizon, and we out there said we here. Yeah. So you must know fire there. Because the horizon seems as if that is moving and moving and moving away from you. The horizon is moving. Yes, the horizon is not moving. And you are moved. Yes, you can't. The closer you get to the horizon, is the farther you get. We, African people, must recognize all who come before we and internalize all of those who come before we, that we can make them live because we live. We can make them live because we live. And because we live, them live forever. That we are telling the people them. That we are telling the people them. So, we want you to wake up. That is what we really want. A brighter vision. Brighter vision. Here we go. Come forward, break time.
Y'all better come with me here.
Say that again.
I'm here.
Jesus is most black women's husbands. You see, they did a number on us. We are a conquered race. They put the black man out of the house in order for the black mother to get welfare. The man couldn't be in the house. He had to be working. Of course, they wouldn't give him a job. Y'all better come with me. We come from some shit. And these women.
To stay with them was for 30 odd years. You know, if a man sit down and listen to what we are talking about every Wednesday for 30 years, you know. But if a man do that, he must have a good reason. Must. So we give thanks to the I them and the ones them who sit down there for years and listen to it. And listen to some reasoning what we get. And listen to the talk where a whole heap of people say, that brother there is a madman, you know. Foolishness in my talk. I don't know, take him off of the radio. But we're still there. And if you go on like you don't know, and not go on like you know why you're going to stay up for the next 30 years for you to say it, I don't listen and shut out the radio. Yeah, man. If you say fair, I say if you don't stay another 30 years. Like you laugh. Yeah, man. Yeah, somebody that say, Sue come off on the radio. Hey, Sue come off. Say fair. Take a break and come forward.
Magnum, champion of dancehall. Just drop a new label.
I'll take some phone call. So, we're not taking no long call neither, you know. I'm no arms house caller right now. I'm not the arms house thing in the night, trust me. I'm doing the arms house thing in the night, yeah. Alright, so, we're going to take some call. Here we go.
Greetings. I'm live on here.
You call, yeah? Every time you call you have to ask, but what's the way you say no, man?
You know more ask the eye. Tell me about the brethren in South in Africa then. When can't pronounce his name for me.
Yeah.
Do you pronounce his name
Ibrahim
for me, please?
Traore.
Huh?
Ibrahim Traore.
Yeah, all right. I heard something, but I don't get the specifics. And I heard you earlier on the program said you was going to say something about him. So I'm asking you, what is happening about him? They try to assassinate him or something?
Well, I can't tell you them that set a coup, but the coup failed. Because you know, say,
them set a coup while on the motor. So a coup, is it a coup of elimination, assassination? Yes,
yeah, man, they're not coup, them a coup him out, man. Them man. Take over back the country, don't we have to take over back the country to kill him?
Yeah, Mota, me just say this and they will move on because you said earlier, you know, on our Scott. Mota, you see, enough listener will listen to your program, Mota. Them don't know enough to say Mota show is not a call show program. You just need to get the views and information from the poor, hungry, suffering African people worldwide, you know. So, my point in saying that is this. Mota, you have enough dunce and enough educated fool listen to Mutabaruka program, you know. Them have whole heap of subjects and them a scholar. And them high in society, but them is educated fool. I mean, know you overstand when you say educated fool. You know, say, I working now insult them, but that's the truth. And the next thing I say before we start about that, so, what is pronounce your name again, Mota? Mota.
May I hear you, no, Bridget?
Pronounce the name for me, because it's true,
so just say Ibrahim, man, just say Ibrahim.
The Africanness.
Just say Ibrahim. Just say Ibrahim. Just say Ibrahim.
Any name?
Ibrahim. Just say Ibrahim.
Ibrahim. I see.
Traore name, but say Ibrahim.
Ibrahim.
Yeah.
All right. See that Ibrahim Jim. Watching about him. The other.
Your phone are cut out. Your phone are cut out.
Okay. I'm saying I was watching a thing on YouTube about Ibrahim. Seeing that South African president, and it was a Jamaican who was writing him, and him and the Jamaican citizen was communicating, and it was just awesome to hear Ibrahim read out the letter of one of the fastest man on the planet, and the fastest man of the planet replied back to him, and the two of them having a conversation. I mean, I say how beautiful it is. Right away, it's Bob Marley, Africa Unite come up in me, and then I start to acknowledge the many good things that Mota is doing for the African continent and for Africans at home and abroad. Brother, this is
Hello? I cut him cut off. I cut him cut off, you know. Bridget, I know me cut off, you know. I don't know if you go on this, so.
Yeah, man, Mota. First, get me for program.
Eh?
Yeah, first I get to your program.
Okay.
It's here all the while.
Yeah, give thanks.
Yes, brother. Yeah, man. And give thanks to your friend too. As I said tonight, no people like you are so true, you know. Because I want you to talk. Come see it every day, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, for real.
You see it every day?
No, mommy, when we say we see it every day, we have to talk about you, you know.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I talk. Oh, then I like listen to you, you know.
Them can't
but they can't stop you, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can't stop your eye, you know. But I tell the truth.
Okay, sir.
I sound different to them, you know.
Yeah, it's strange that I say what I say.
Yeah. But I'm going to want to talk to you still, you know.
You make him talk then, or him there?
No, you're not there, so right, no.
Okay.
So, I give you the number that we can call us. No, that we get the number, no, so everything all right, you know?
Okay.
That's all right, then. Cool.
Yeah, man, give thanks, yeah?
All right.
Right. Yes. Well, they already, you know, as we are saying, what we are saying, we will continue to say it. We will continue to say it. Who don't like it, bite it. You ever hear that when you pick it? Who don't like it, bite it. We can see where I go there, so. All right, we could come back. We could start from the top.
Passage of time. That's the question raised by our next document. Africans onto slave ships and transported them across the Atlantic Ocean. And Britain played a huge part in this human trade. British ships carried around 3 million slaves to America and the Caribbean, where they worked on plantations, helping to build the wealth of the City of London. The trade made many organizations rich, and I've discovered in the archives that that includes a very surprising name. God Almighty has set before me the abolition of the slave trade. So wrote the great reformer William Wilberforce. And yet, during the 18th century, there were slaves in the Caribbean who bore branded on their chests the word society. This 1817 register of slaves in Barbados reveals that society means the honourable and reverent society for the propagation of the gospel in foreign parts, the missionary arm of the Church of England. And here is that society listed as owning some 400 slaves. Owned by the society. We see that their ages range very considerably. Cudjoe is 70 years old and he's working as a domestic. It seems that Ben George can be set to work as a grass gatherer even though he's only 10 years old. Some slaves are still alive at a very grand age. Here's Rita, who's 90 years old. She's infirm. She's no longer working. But on the other hand, Orkoa and Kwashiba, who are both 80 years old, are both still working as nurses. The documents don't reveal the conditions that some of the slaves would have endured. 12-hour working days in intense heat, punishments such as the lash or being put in leg irons. For the slave owners, like the church, it was the profit of the plantation that mattered. These pages bear the musty smell of their 200 years and also the stench of hypocrisy. Structured on the foundations of slavery.
They recognize that slavery is problematic, but they also recognize that these slaves, that Africans, come from this dark continent, and therefore they need to be humanity.
Does the Church of England succeed with this mission of civilizing the slaves?
It's a complete failure. They failed to convert the numbers that they had hoped to, partly because Christianity provides a point of resistance for slaves. How do you resist this terror? Well, you refuse to take on their religion. They brand slaves with hot irons as a sign of ownership, and they flog them to death, and they also sell them off when they can't work anymore.
So they don't treat them any better than slaves on any other plantation?
That's what the historical documents suggest, that the Church of England plantation is no different to any other plantation.
33, the Parliament outlawed slavery as an institution. Compensation was paid, not to the slaves, but to their owners. Documents show that for freeing its slaves, the church received nearly £9,000, a fortune at that time.
We have in Britain today a history of churches, of church buildings that are built on the blood and sweat and brutalization of Africans.
Old pirates, just a rabbi, sold I to the merchant ships.
In 2006, the then Archbishop of Canterbury apologised for the Church of England's role. But neither it nor the state has met calls to pay reparations. Its historic actions clearly weigh on the conscience of the Church of England.
The church owned many slaves. The church helped to enslave not only Africans, but other races of people. We're not sorry for them. We're not sorry for them because them perpetuate most of the wickedness and the cruelty that is now taking place in the world. Yes, cruelty beyond belief. Beyond belief.
That the earth is round. He was the first, however, in other exploits, namely genocide and the transatlantic slave trade. In 1492, Columbus discovered the Americas when he landed in Haiti and several islands in the Caribbean. The Arawak Indians inhabited these islands. For the second voyage to Haiti, the following year, 1493, Ferdinand and Isabella gave him the resources needed to subdue the population. When he returned to Haiti, Columbus demanded food, gold, and cotton thread, and was increasingly met with resistance. This resistance gave him the opportunity he needed to declare war on the Arawaks. With 20 hunting dogs, horses, and guns, Columbus set upon the Arawaks, tearing them up with dogs and mowing them down with volleys of bullets and running them over with horses. Reporting back to Queen Isabel of Spain, Columbus boasted, "In the name of the Holy Trinity, we can send from here all the slaves that Brazil will hold." The Spaniards hunted Indians for sport and murdered them for dog food. Columbus would reward his officers with women to rape. Girls 10 to 12 were especially desired for rape. Columbus and the Spanish won the war, and over 3 million Arawaks were killed in the genocide. They completely robbed the land of its gold. This is the truth about Columbus that's not recorded in your history books.
On the other hand, most Americans know today is Columbus Day, at least in 47 states, although Hawaii has renamed it Discoverer's Day after the original Polynesians who populated that island thousands of years ago. South Dakota calls it Native American Day, and Alaska just ignores it like they kind of do everything. But what we're really celebrating today is Taino Genocide Day, the day when Christopher Columbus began to wipe out an entire indigenous population in a way that would even make Pol Pot blush. In 1492, Columbus was on a manic hunt for gold when he set sail and eventually landed on a small island off the coast of North and South America, an island today named Hispaniola, which is split between the nations of Haiti and the Dominican Republic. As Columbus wrote in a letter to the King and Queen of Spain, "Gold is most excellent. Gold constitutes treasure. And he who has it does all he wants in the world and can even lift souls up to paradise." But when he landed in what he called the New World, there wasn't much gold to be found. But he did find something he thought was just as good as gold: people, who, in Columbus's mind, would make great slaves. So he wrote to the Spanish monarchs, "They are well built, with good bodies and handsome features. They do not bear arms and do not know them, for I showed them a sword, and they took it by the edge and cut themselves out of ignorance. They have no iron. Their spears are made of cane. They would make fine servants. With 50 men, we could subject them all and make them do whatever we want. And here there are so many of these slaves. Although they are living things, they are as good as gold." What Columbus did to the island and the tragedy he brought to the native population there has been largely erased by time and replaced by a glorified story of a bold explorer who set out to change the planet. In reality, though, as a result of what we've learned from writings by Christopher Columbus's own men, he raped, pillaged, enslaved, and slaughtered people just to get rich. Not exactly the type of guy worthy of a Main Street parade. One of Columbus's crewmen, Miguel Queno, described the scene when Columbus first arrived in Hispaniola for the second time, and thousands of Tainos, or what were referred to as Indians, came out to greet the ships. Queno wrote, "When our caravels were to leave for Spain, we gathered 1,600 male and female persons of these Indians. For those who remained, we let it be known to the Spaniards in the vicinity that anyone who wanted to take some of them could do so to the amount desired, which was done." Queno went on to write that he took his own sex slave, a beautiful teenage girl who, in his words, quote, "resisted with all her strength, quote, end quote, leaving him no other choice but to, quote, thrash her mercilessly and rape her, end quote. And when Columbus's men did good work, Columbus routinely presented them with their very own sex slaves. But that was just the beginning. Columbus eventually started up a global child sex slave trade, exporting Indians all around the world. As he bragged to a friend in a letter written in 1500, 100 castellanos, as the Spanish coin, are as easily obtained for a woman as for a farm. And it is very general, and there are plenty of dealers who go about looking for girls. Those from 9 to 10 years old are now in demand. Eventually, under Columbus's orders, life for the Taino on their homeland of Hispaniola became so bad that they resorted to mass suicide. As the Spanish missionary Pedro Cordoba noted in 1517, 25 years after Columbus arrived. As a result of the sufferings and hard labor they endured, the Indians choose and have chosen suicide. Occasionally, 100 have committed mass suicide. The women, exhausted by labor, have shunned conception and childbirth. Many, when pregnant, have taken something to abort and have aborted. Others, after delivery, have killed their children with their own hands so as not to leave them in such oppressive slavery. By the time Cordoba wrote those words, the indigenous population on Hispaniola had plummeted from roughly 3 million people before Columbus arrived to only 12,000 25 years later. A few decades after that, not one Taino was left on the island. An entire culture and people completely wiped off the map and largely forgotten, thanks to Christopher Columbus. Happy Taino Genocide Day.
2 minutes past 12 o'clock. This is the Cutting Edge on RFM.
And breakthroughs. Popular preaching such as sowing a seed or, give and it shall be given unto you, have been misinterpreted for personal gain. No wonder pastors of today are so rich and yet the whole congregation and people around them remain poor. We are stuck with a generation of Africans who act as if God is the rewarder of laziness and poverty. The message churches send is that it is possible to reap where you did not sow, meaning you can get something out of nothing. Why should a child choose to learn the hard way if there is an easier way? The live for today attitude does not create wealth and people die without leaving any legacy. You then sit and wonder why Africa is the way it is today? The gospel of prosperity should be shamed and work around the fact that laziness can never reap real success. Christianity has played a very big role to the fall of Africa today, but that is not what it is intended for. Spreading messages of instant success have led to a generation of people who are thirsty for instant results, immediate relief, and effortless profit. The messages should not just focus on tithing and sowing seed, blessings, miracles, breakthroughs, and wonders. Churches should stop glorifying riches acquired through miraculous sources, stop preaching fear and stop focusing on what the devil or witches did, does, or will do. Instead, they should preach positive news and focus on messages that add value to the communities such as hard work, creativity, dedication, commitment, perseverance, and responsibility. Pastors can promote good community initiatives such as cleaning the surroundings, and encourage creativity and innovation. Instead of waiting for our governments to do what they do not do, we can start helping ourselves, through humanism. The brother who becomes a millionaire by simply sowing a seed, does not help build a better community, and the message of such success should not be spread and showcased. Instead, the applause should go to someone who has succeeded by hard work and perseverance. Start preaching the gospel of working hard, produce goods and services, planning, critical thinking analysis, strategy, visibility plans, system building, market and customer analysis, and the process involved in production of goods and services. This is how noble people and wealth is created. Rushing a sick person to church for prayers does not prevent that person from dying, but correct medication and treatment will. Haven't you wondered why people in Africa still died of Ebola despite prayers? Preach the real word of God instead. You do not need the pastor's blessings to create wealth in life. Wealth and clean cities don't come by miracle or magic. Religious superstitions, such as the shout of, "I receive it," and the loudest shout of, "Amen," is not enough to fulfill your wishes. True religion and true Christianity must, and can only, produce productive youth. For Africa to be globally competitive, education alone is not enough. we need to nurture creativity, innovation, and good governance. What is an engineering degree doing if you cannot even produce a water pump? Ask yourself a question: what have other people created with a similar qualification other than just looking for a job? Please, be slow to anger, slow to judge, quick to listen and try to understand. If not for you, do it for your children.
No more. Oh.
Thing without music, and when I say music, I mean instruments. Because them use them voice as instruments. Them name Sweet Honey in the Rock. Yeah.
In a while ago. Greetings, Muta.
Blessed man.
Blessed. Is that was vocals or it was instrument you was playing a while ago? It was vocals in opera singing, right?
You never hear me that say a while ago.
Repeat it,
that
please.
Group that just sing.
Yeah, that group, okay. Vocals.
And don't sing with instruments, them sing with them voice.
Oh, them sing with no, repeat.
Them don't use instruments. Them use them voice and them body.
Voice as an instrument, yeah.
Yeah,
like
and them body,
yeah, we can. All right. Mota, the program is so sweet because this program, as I told your listeners worldwide, is an educational program. And in education, you don't have no one point. You have to reason about everything because everything is education. No, Mota, we all acknowledge that you have duns and bright educated people that listen to Mota. The duns try to get bright educated when them listen to Mota because enough youth who can't read and write Mota and them come from jail or prison and them say, brother, a Mutabaruka program me listen to and can help myself now to spell my name and them things there. So that's a good improvement, no brother. And I'm not straight from the point of your program. You was playing something, I don't know if it was King James or something about the church and Jesus. Can the tape that you was playing earlier, Mota, can you identify it? Was it King James or somebody talking about King James or the church or what? I'm asking you a question, Mota.
When King James is born, him never have tape, virgin.
No, well, no, that's why I say if it was somebody talking on the behalf of King James.
No, they might talk about him. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm correcting. Okay, someone was talking about King James and the tape that he was playing. Yeah, all right. We could get to a point. Shane Clark, you're right there.
I'm dead, man. Just say
all right. Men I like to hold on in the car and mean Anna, we're over that. All right, I saw you use a word, never use a word, you have to stick up in, so you don't want to say hold on.
All right, hold on, you have to take a break and come for.
All right, bless it.
Break,
yes, about it real quick. Selassie the first, that is the first word. The second word is accordingly, and the third word is flabbergasted, and the fourth word is Christianity. The fifth word is Abraham. Can you please pronounce his last name, Muta, the South African president?
Traore name.
Yeah, Abraham Traore. Yeah. And he is the fifth, right? And the sixth one is industrious. And the seventh one is spirituality. All right. Come now, Muta. Selassie I the first. Seeing, all right. It is a specific reason why. It is a specific reason why it's in the Bible and in the English curriculum that speak the truth and cause it what is will and go out further, seek the kingdom of God and all things shall be added. Anyway, the point in all of that is this. The truth is something that people must accept, whether them is Baaled, Rasta, Christianity, Muslim or anything. Seeing and the truth is something that people know or can seek to find the intelligence in it to know that it is the truth. But they avoid doing that or they ignore that for years. And it
Yo.
Yeah.
You say Selassie I. What you talking about, Selassie I?
Yeah, is about the truth.
You know, go to
what I'm talking about, Selassie, is the truth that people must accept, whether them like it or not.
They must accept
church,
what? What they must accept?
Must accept Selassie.
Why they must accept Selassie?
Why they must accept it?
You know. You have 2 minutes left. 2 minutes.
I'm going to tell you why they must accept Selassie. Is because of the ways and principles and intelligence that he stands for, and he broadcasts it worldwide.
So what to the people that will never hear about Haile Selassie yet? What to the people that will never hear about Haile Selassie yet?
That's why they must know about it.
How them going to know about him? How them going to know?
Because of these world leaders must...
No, I'm not talking about world leader now. All the people them in a remote, all the people them in a remote, in the Amazon, deep in a China mountain in a Tibet, or down in the Bushman them, where them are going to know about it from?
Alright, listen now. Here how them are going to know. Muta, you was a countryman before you come at town, come see.
No, me did a country and come at town, me go there, leave a town and go a country.
You never leave a country first?
No.
Alright, but
alright,
not that too much. I just say this and cover everything. And you know about say what you're going to say. I just say this and cover up everything. Muta, you see, me hear you specifical talks and I hear me hear say. And if me hear say Muta talk the truth out and birth in a word, Muta said he was living at a point in Montego Bay. I don't remember if it's Montego Bay, but about 99% in the country, and with your baby mother and your children, your 2 daughters, then Aishiwawa and Aishama. Yeah, me know them personally when I used to visit the African news. So anyway, I get back to the point to Selassie.
Hold on. You have to leave now. You can't. A 7 thing you talk about, I have to know you not talk about Haile.
Alright, so no, you want the intelligence. Why
no,
people
me want to find out where you talk about, where you about 7 words. I'm just
alright, so where I go down.
No, we not go down no further. You want to know. You have to call back. Because you don't make people start cuss me.
Just know
you have to call
the truth, whether people like it or not. You hear, Muta?
Alright, leave down. Yeah,
by the blood of Jesus Christ. Yes, I am.
Sir. You know, say, from the idea me hear my voice, blood of Jesus Christ, him never used to say it, you know. But him start now say Haile Selassie and the blood of Jesus. I don't know how that come up in Haile Selassie thing. Anyway, Sabatooth. Sabatooth, you see that, sir? Sabatooth, actually, he must get sick and all them way, why him come back now and feel say, he have to add the blood of Jesus for the whole thing. Because I'm going to say that get him better too. Anyway, he don't really get better too, you know, because I'm still a go on with it. The long-winded talking and argument to make people get vexed with me. See that man get vexed with me? See how man get vexed with me already? Anyway, yes, yeah. Yeah. How are this now? Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Water.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Good night.
Good night. What kind of thing that you have behind you there, talk?
Hold on. Yeah, man, I do it. Lock it off.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man, I thief a call it tonight, cause.
You thief a call?
Call it when the woman there, cause. She want Europe. Me
know.
So you're mad, man.
Yeah, man, me know that too.
Anyway, Muta, 2 things. The protest Monday over Africa Day.
Yeah, with the Jamaica.
I was shocked to see the support where JFG get.
Shock what I mean. Let me a little bit. Or no?
Look a bit, man. Look at 200 people.
Or enough people that sell.
Yeah,
man, I know 200 people. I know people that, man. Right.
No, I know so much below that. No, my view, in a civil society, for innocent police killing rise 50-60%. Last year, there were 50 and now 108. It look appalling to me.
108 what?
There's 110 police killing them out.
Yeah, them
since the start of the year.
Yeah.
Compared to last year, them time I was 55.
Okay.
So clearly, you see, it is a tragedy by the government for kill the leader them for the gang. Like they must target the gang leader them, you know. So whether them that's why this camera thing, I don't think Jamaica will ever police will ever use the body camera. In a full culture, and I think that'll happen.
How much you bet me?
I got man, unless
you say it not gonna happen. I mean, why you bet me? So them guy have to use it. How much you bet me?
Unless USA start take a someone visa.
All right, you know, bet me. So go on.
I'm not going to
Go on.
Yeah, it's a concern. And would I like to hear your thoughts on it?
What do you mean? Them have to use public camera, or else we're going, keep going on. And people going to eat the police more and more and more.
Yes.
More than OPP hate police already.
Yes.
Because that's the only way you're going to find out if the police are telling truth or the people them are telling truth. The body camera is one of them, you have to eliminate suspicious nature of people. So that's my view.
Well, I hope to see that in my lifetime. The police are doing body camera.
Yeah, man, you're not going to see it in your lifetime, man.
All right.
You're going to see it before all the election, too.
Eh?
You mean them people there? Actually, you don't know. Them people there. The thing with them say, grab the people, them want that, them want. Forget the people.
Yes.
Well, no, man, body camera, them have to bring in the body camera thing, man. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, man, I see your thing, man. You look away. We're glad for the reduction in crime, but we don't like too much man like dead, too much man, too much young.
Yeah, you don't even know how them dead. You don't even know more than police shoot them. Right, you don't know. The police, yeah.
And next thing, Muta, is a request. You can't give my song for Lucky Dubby. One more prisoner. Okay?
You want a song for Lucky Dubby?
Yeah, man.
Why every time you call him, I have to play a song to you?
No, me, man. The first.
Nobody tell me that, you know.
Eh?
You never call me, I haven't play a tune yet.
No. The first time I called him, I never request a song. Somebody should talk about. My first request a song.
Listen to what I ask you. You listen to what I ask you? What I ask you?
No, you ask me if it's the first time. Why every time I call?
If you ever call me, I'm to play a tune here. That me ask you.
No.
At the first ever call me, I ask.
At the first, I call him, man. I ask request a song. I'm on serious first.
No, man, I said it's not serious. I'm so sorry. Sorry for accuse you wrongfully.
Yeah, man. I love the music that you play, man. It's very inspiring.
Good thanks for that.
Yeah, man. I mean, this is on my side, yo. Mama funeral.
Oh, beside me?
Yeah, man. This is on my next Friday.
You're serious?
Yeah, man. Call by the day.
Who is that on my side, man? Tell me, I don't remember who is on my side.
You and your wife sit down and you sit down right behind both of you.
Oh, you're a spy for me.
Yeah, man. Yes, Muta.
All right, sir. So, Lucky Dubby, you are here?
Yeah, man. Prisoner.
All right, sir. Yes, sir.
How are you doing?
Good day, man.
I got a few quick things, Muta, because I know when I start burning the fire still. You understand? Number one, you saw them out of the youth on Burkina Faso, and we behave like England and France and America will save you. You see, so them don't want black people to squalor. After they make sure bring them look a black head off a road and so on, just get to that small percentage and just go on and oppress the people there. So I hope these black Jamaicans know, say, the feast of a car you can read that make you intelligent. Alright? Because you can't read that make you intelligent. Because all who are run Jamaica, a man from university, and them don't, we don't want no intelligent person. We want people with vision. Alright, Muta? With the police them now, me know, say 90% of them killing there. No, go so, you mean I know about me, I tell me no. Alright? You notice after the man them dead, you realize one wanted from who, whatever. All them they just fling charge upon them and me know why. But what actually happened is just a fear, a psychological fear where Horace Chang said it and the Prime Minister said it. So when you start to know, you start to apply some draconian measure and make a boy know, so well, alright. No. Because Muta, if you develop a country a way where the average man can provide basic necessity, you know, that's no crime in a Muta when a man come off and farm ground and two tell all them want his bed and go sleep. So obviously PMP and JP do not have the solution for the 80% of black African people. Why is it that everybody else, the Chinese, the Syrian, the Jews, can come from anywhere and get trapped with each other? And Maxwell Avenue not change, Riemann not change, Walton not change. Incidental Motor, big up to you and big up to your program. Them start fix the road at Walton Sunday. About 4 months.
The same place we are talking about, the same place.
The same place, but it's like them I take the whole day. I must have about 8 parts and dig up. And them they on Sunday, from Sunday.
Yeah.
Pass yesterday them they on pass. No, since night, since evening them there or something. So when I try to get the Jamaican black people say, the only way we I get out of this because the people them and money of them got, you know. And money of them got. If Andrew only can build a wall for much $1 million and then one of the people in charging Lasco, and matter of fact, Lasco about $200. Can me buy a mate there motor and make some more time. I don't want to go over the place like a virgin there. And when I buy the make a $400, I say, no, bruh, no. Now I go up again. Motor, yes, I'm going to go up the mega there. Because I love me, I can't be saltfish, I'm a Canada, I'm a saltfish. And me I buy saltfish from $100 to $200. The last piece I buy about 2 weeks ago was $700. I'm going to go up there today, Wednesday, I'm going to go up there Monday, and $900 feet. So, my thing is no Motor. I want a Jamaican people, apart from you and Carbo and Mandingo and Raspat, make the Jamaican people know, say, all of these politicians of Motor, just check the radio. And your day they start talk about farming. Yeah, we have to feed ourselves and him so irritable about it, Motor. I'm a day I listen to him and say, but oh, we have to feed ourselves where you know Trump out about up until this very minute, you know, start talk how you have to spit up the land. You see, you're so hypocritical, them are here, you know, Motor. If they were so the man a be about farming, Motor. That's him say everybody.
The people may say, I don't know what I say. Oh, the Prime Minister started to delve in farming so hard. And we have said that on the radio and nobody knows say, man.
And today you have said Motor.
Yeah.
And today, but when me I listen to him say, no, all right, the land them out of Whole Harbour Road and the land them come people come register on the 4 p.m.
And the man them out of St. Thomas.
Out of St. Thomas, the piece of Motor is just a sham. Just like how when I talk for 100 million, it is issue disbursed for road bushing and no bushing everybody are going. So I want them behave like them are going like them forget, you know. All right, Motor. Then they'll write up no Motor. Between yesterday again and today, I carry on, born gun and anybody catch a gun 15,000, 15 years and you might carry on. I say, them money are lie, Motor, means I don't.
But not over that, him say today, I hear him on the radio say, the ombudsman, there's no ombudsman, but him don't know who is representing the ombudsman now. Him are the Minister of Defense, you know. But him don't know who
Justice, yeah.
Minister of Justice. But him don't know who will represent the ombudsman now, even though he don't call him ombudsman. The Minister of Justice don't know who that, you know.
No, but that not cheap. That a waste of taxpayers' money. I am telling that not cheap because them do. It's like the police no Muta. Remember, a police, a man they get handcuffed on a worship and a chop back, you know. Handcuffed, you know. And the police go over and go shoot him and not come out tight, you know. They are a big man named Kia must among the two again, you know. With a mother as a senior citizen, you know. As a senior citizen, you know. And a man pepper spray, you know. But Muta, when you want to see from the police, you know, is them go Beverly's and Cherry guys go tell the youth to come round them up on a process, and that's how you want to see, you know. Guys, you can't do it to get up people and to do for years and fix jacks and talk about them. PNP does it and JP come there. Them just see you chance to go up in a truck. I want to come in a Beverly's. You go out there and run up the youth and say, come with a carry on spear and then I'm talking a process. So I want to see that happen because the law is supposed to be for everybody. But they are so hypocritical that them come and have a pretty chat. All them are the motor just take a little time to come to your business and go up on TV and listen to Andrew Wallace and the PNP them are just peer chat. I'm going to tell you these guys have sense when them out of power and them in a power. All them do. I want to remember the opposition not talking about the $3 trillion we don't give account for now. We don't come on TV and tell us what happened with that. You know, big up to most of the exposure start. But I know they don't say about the motor. So the two of them protect them one another when election come and play mind game from the people. And motor say it again and I go always say it. If you show them 100,000 US dollars in front of both the PNP and JP around me, I will not, because I'm a man of my word. The last vote, independent. They are not doing nothing more to make the Jamaican people, the black 80% Jamaican people life better more. Look at it. The Syrian and the Jews, them a run away from here and come with nothing, all them rotten rich. And them can't do just about anything. Delroy Chuck no Muta, when I talk about the root of the problem, why not make up the same knife for United States and say, well, no, do nothing about the gun, but you talk about get to you, we have the gun. Muta, who have army, see fire, the youth them hungry. And if you want to change this nation, Muta, and get people productive, because it has to happen just like how you tell you to them away by the camera, you know. Because if you have nothing to hide, you away by the camera, you know. Because them show footage when them have the two them stand up, you know, and shoot them down, cold-blooded, and the police commissioner talk about it, Andrew do not talk about it, Delroy Chuck do not talk about it, the minister there where can't speak English, Horace talk about it, but yet still Delroy Chuck did I lick out upon it, so hypocritical them is, and they lick out upon the police them, what them do to Royal Read all them did. And a long time them a kick off poor people door and I go come and place and leave time don't say nothing.
Long time.
You understand? But anything to do with poor black people, you want to come deal with it somewhere like say, Delroy Chuck, you know, look like we. I mean, I apologize, you don't look like we are. We are suffer. Are we in the dust? Are we in the sewage water? Are we Rasta man here cut off for ganja? I will still not benefit. I want to talk more farming now because the 8 pound motor program as the number one program. Because I'm listen to you know, and I come with them touting argument like them anything. Cut up the land and give it to the black people because we're parents fast for it. And I want to know who the government
without tax on the land, without tax
on the land. I want to know who the government buys from. Because if we own the land, how is it that we now buying and getting the land for build no house, the son of buy land for 30 million and everything.
Much back.
Thank you. You can't return. Him there a chat, passionate motor about it. And them now mitigate and say, this is what we want to know one of the Delroy Chuck. We want to know one of the about the cost of living there, cost of living. And we don't want to chatting because government doing everything free. We're not spending no money. And still buy SUV and can't tell all the $3 trillion go. Last, the motor, them buy a piece of machine, medical machine for some hospital. I'm going to be, you know, the machine for 30 million, you know. And argument about that, I'm here say, the machine could I get it cheaper, you know. You saw them man and no for stipend half. Then because no come out tight.
I want to tell you something. I have a brethren, some brethren where get some machine for children hospital.
Yeah.
And them want to bring it out here. If you ever hear how much them have to pay for bring it, the youth them say them can't bother with it then. Because I go around and get people to donate this and get the machine. And then now them have to go put it in them pocket now where them not have. We bring the machine them and the brother them say, boy, we can't do that.
So
And that happened to me already.
Motor with children. In no one king's house now, and children children ask that we have benefit from him saying no want it. Like I my prime minister.
Yeah.
You know, want a senior where the man them are bringing money to uplift the hospital. Him saying do not want it in a motor.
Yeah.
And that me I try telling her, Andrew only sit down so, Mark only sit down so, Portia sit down so, PJ say them nah none. All of these guys the motor is to control we how them do them use the army and the police force to bring fear in people so them can't stop because them can't offend the police them in the motor. You know why them can't offend the police? Because psychological the police them are gonna protect them. So anything the police do, you'll never hear arrest or the police commissioners are foolish. You know, you put pepper spray a big man where not do no crime and the mother in there and not no come out time. Tell me the motor how you put
them pepper spray the little daughter and the taxi.
Thank you.
Cut off our locks.
I cut off our locks and go on to me no good. Or no me no good. Go cut to United States and tell them to stop sending the gun out here. Just like how Andrew talk about Asian do it. And when I China Asian for no gun. So you accuse Asian and the man not bring a gun. Feel the problem, Andrew Wallace, and stop behaving like a tech Jamaican people be that. The same thing with you, Mark Golding. Long life motor.
Yeah, man, bless him, man.
Let her come forward, you know.
Yeah.
You know more as something. Because I listen to the callers them and trust me, them have valid points and so on, but before me even make my point, I'm gonna say this. The Bible said this, which I agree to it full out. Be not conformed to the world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. I'm gonna take the renewing of your mind part because how people approach things, especially black people, or them just cling to this European belief system, this Jesus business, this white philosophy, they literally whitewash. You understand me? I try to say, Captain. However, I say that to say this now. Balance. I'm approaching the balance because look at this now. Me personally feel faith, as in FAITH, faith, can be a distraction from reality. Be a big woman thing. It can be a distraction from reality. That can be the bad aspect of faith. But if you look on the good, but if you look on the good aspect of faith, means that you work towards something, you believe you have to achieve it. And
you just quote the Bible and I will quote it too. Faith without works is dead.
Repeat?
The Bible says,
faith without work is dead.
Faith without the works.
Yeah, it's dead. So that is the good aspect of faith.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm saying that to say this now. But me hear people are callers on the line, them are lick the police them all over, which nothing wrong with that. Personal speaking, nothing wrong with that. But if you look on this now, come on, motor. Go be logical now. Me know some every man where police go for, literally have them gun on them. Already if you take them on and everything there. Cool, me ain't know that, for sure. Right? But as a police, or as a human being, I'm not going to talk the police aspect of it. As a human being now, you feel say, you know say a man well armed and dangerous and you go for him with the intention to say, oh, yeah, you're going to lock him up and you know there's a high possibility you're going to be challenged by a gun. You're not going to take necessary precaution, like say for instance, if you have to drop him, you have to drop him. So that's some question or thing.
Yeah, but that is a different thing from a policeman who raid a youth place and the youth run and them shoot him, no find no gun and then put a gun on him.
Raid a youth place? Well, if...
Well, I'm going to a man yard and shoot the man them have a tattoo and this and that. And it, just like me when I youth, I promise you a Jeep I come and run. Yeah, that's what we used to do. Just sit down underneath street light. And we know Jeep see the light them closer than the car. We are run. And me I say no, in a case like that where we never know nothing about no gun for go get gun and all them something there. So when I use sit down and like all a Rasta group sit down now, and policeman just come inside there, so hey, that's something we can't tell you know. Policeman just come in there and kick over the pot and stir up the pot to say gun in the pot, you know, gun in the pot. A big Rasta man them are older than them. So when me I say no, when a policeman do all of that now, and you decide say you are gonna run, and them shoot you, and when them not find no gun upon you, them decide them the third gun with them have in them pocket, them are gonna put it upon you. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a wickedness. But we still can't straight from the point say yo, them man are out here, or them man are in our world right now. He come and say yo, then give the devil the off and take the devil walk there, so to speak. You understand? They're wicked. If man
no man, you have some terrible youth out there, man. We can't deny that.
Exactly. So me not understand why a lot of person.
The understanding is that the law must take its course. And these people say them they have to uphold the law.
Mm-hmm.
That's why man a ball out say must put on the camera that people can decide. Or the camera going to decide in our court if where the man say him do was true or lie. That's the way to rectify a whole heap of this killing, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so the argument, they have to argue about it, you know, because I say, one of the ways to stop this if and but is that the policeman, they must have a camera upon them. It's modern science and technology we in now. That they don't have a big exhibition.
Yeah, if you look policy too, you're going to operation, have your camera, say, yeah, it's going to prove the guilty or not guilty.
Yes, that's why people beg, because so much killing are going now, police are killing my people now. And you wonder, oh, all of a sudden, police are killing whole heap of people. So the Prime Minister have a thing to tell you, say, or the guys them say, it's because them now have intelligence, we are lead them to the gang man them. That is what I must say, you know. But him can't tell me say them 100 odd man, there's gang man. Can't tell me that.
If that's true, that's good. But I
don't believe it's true. I don't believe it's the whole 110 man are young people. I don't believe that. Because I remember them got kill some youth out of Mountain View here out of East there, you know. And them come find out say the gun them with them say the youth them love. And them put it on the youth, you know, remember that idea? Now this year that happened.
Yeah, it's true, very important, it's true.
Yes, so when I say the youth them out there, from a man have a gun, you know, him and me to kill somebody.
Yeah, me not go tell you. If me a police and me see a man gun, the first instinct of to drop him. That's the truth. That's reality of life. Because me a feel to preserve him.
Yeah, but what to the man will never have no gun?
Me understand
that. The only way you're gonna know say true, yeah. The only way you're gonna know say the policeman will say, from him see a man have a gun, I'm gonna drop him, you know.
And the body cams him.
If you have the camera now and you see the man in the camera have a gun. True. I used to say, as a police, your life in danger. So it's either film life or your life. And you decide, say, well, I better film life go. So when them put you or not, you're going to shoot him.
Which is crazy because we think about it, you know. Which is crazy. I know more as something before me come, because I know you probably going to tell me, say, advertisement or whatever. But, Muta, as it relates to God, I mean, me as a person, I used to go to church and everything. But as me grow older, I realize the concept of God out there is a flawed conception. I personally think that the concept of God and religion was made for a good purpose and also a bad purpose. The good purpose is to actually keep it in line to look up to this higher being, or look up to self, so to speak, then cool. And the bad purpose is actually to keep a lie to them slavery. If you really made it, look into it, so to speak. But if you look for the concept of God, well, them have it as good, straight good. But if you look for the concept of God and the devil, I personally think you have two conflicting energy in a man, where man himself don't understand and therefore I get depressed and crazy and some frivolous thinking, so to speak, when it come on to that. You understand? But when a man decides, him go accept him own evil and him own good, so to speak, know when to use both and when not to use both, him go always be a balanced man, because if you look for balance, balance can't be only good enough. And balance can't be only bad, because if people look on the characteristic of God in the Old Testament, God kill off the Amalekites and the Jebusites and all the sites and so on.
All the baby them.
Even the baby them and say, take the land there. That's a craziness. But if you look on it, that's a bad side. You know what the marriage was, I'm a Christian brethren, and the dog I tell me, the youth I tell me, say, sorry the dog. The youth I tell me, say, God can't, but because this and that, I say, no, but call us with a spade. If you kill something or kill somebody, or we perceive it is bad. Call us with a spade. God actually did something bad there, so they kill off the amount of people for one specific set of people, which I personally don't believe in. That's a madness. You understand? But if we look back into it and try to understand both energies of the devil and God, and actually accept the fact that, it is a manifestation of man, consciousness, or it's a manifestation of both. Yeah, it's a manifestation of... Repeat?
I tell you something. All the concepts of God
come
from man. Argument done.
Yeah, because
there's nothing in the Bible that was not written by man through him concept of God. It's simple. So when a man out there say him God or this or God, and him are the God of this and that, that is just what him a say. It have nothing to do with the reality of life. God and the devil is a concept in a man's head. If you know good, no, I don't know why you cut me. But bleed. If you know good and say it's good, it's because you know evil.
Jaja.
Because you can't have good without evil.
That is
because that's the only way you're going to understand what is good and what is evil. If you know
because
evil,
funny enough, couple years about my niece asking a question. So, uncle, why my God not kill the devil? Me not tell her, I laugh off her, I never tell her the truth. Yeah. And I sense me turn big man, I start realize that God can't exist without the devil, and vice versa. Because both of them need each other.
Man, alright, sir.
Yeah.
Give thanks, Bridget. Yeah?
Yeah, man, no problem, Captain. Respect it. Bless up yourself.
Over the place. You take it over already, believe you me. Dingo.
Yeah, man, good. Yeah, the demonstration yesterday outside the U.S. Embassy and the French Embassy went well attended, and
you mean in
African
England?
People.
In England?
Yes, in England. Yes. I went to both. First, it started at the U.S. Embassy by Vauxhall, 9M Lane.
All right, first you know where them are demonstrator, because I have two demonstrations down here. So tell me where them are demonstrate for in England.
Demonstrating to say that the USA and France and other NATO things must leave President Traoré in Burkina Faso alone, because I remember when they do with Kwame Nkrumah, Lumumba, and other African leaders and them thing there, fighting against France, and that we are showing solidarity, you know.
Okay,
and
Jamaica.
Yes, and I actually spoke by the U.S. Embassy still, and then afterwards there was a march to the French Embassy. So as I was at both places, and they were well attended, you know.
So what was the outcome of the march? What is the decision that?
The outcome of the march is that it has been demonstrated by the march that there are African people who are aware of what is going on, and we're not going to stand by and make these racist imperialists do as they want to do in trying to murder Traore in Burkina Faso, like what they did with Thomas Sankara and that type of thing. And for us to communicate, as Marcus Garvey said that we should, that we work across international borders as African people. And I made some good connections with some brothers and sisters from Burkina Faso who were at the march, the demonstration yesterday, you know. So I will keep you posted where that is concerned. And demonstration in support of Traore and so going on in Jamaica too, I am asking you.
Yeah, man, today.
Okay,
yeah, man,
good.
Man. All over the place.
Right. Yes, so all over. So I'm glad where that is concerned. So we as African people have to keep doing that. And as I have said, what Traore and others are doing is what Marcus Garvey and others set in train, because every generation have to do them work towards realizing things. And Muta, when you preach about the farming thing all the while, of course it's absolutely true. Because if you don't grow your own food and feed yourself, you're at the mercy of food, you depend on the food.
You don't see that at true. You don't see that at true all the way.
Exactly, Marcus Garvey Jr. always used to say, to eat, we have to grow what we need. You know, there's no other way. Jamaica import too much things that can be produced in Jamaica. And the next thing to Muta is that we need to be making a lot of things like phones and other type of technical things that we importing too much of. Because we people have the brains and the know-how, but the politicians, PMP and GLP, not interested in our people being self-reliant in manufacturing things that we can manufacture in Jamaica for ourselves. You know what I mean?
Yes, well, we have to know which side we want, depending on. Because we have to African nationalism, and we hear Trump come about American nationalism. Him not wrong. Him not wrong for the way I'm saying, but we must
but you see,
as serious as him take it, we must take it.
Based on wanting to continue to rob I in Mother Africa and the Caribbean with our resources and that type of thing.
No, that's why I say we must not understand what African nationalism means to us.
Yes,
we must know
because that is the most important thing that we see about our own interests. Because no other race of people can see about our interests, just like the virgin who talked to you before. And I mean, not before, the one before, you know, where I say, we as African people, as I say, in Jamaica, have to do things for ourselves. Because there's no other way. Chinese, Indians, whatever, Europeans, Jews and things in Jamaica, well off on them things than the African majority. And it is so sad, and I agree with you about the body camera, because many youths are being murdered. And as we know, some youths are bad, that is true, but many innocent youths are being murdered by the police, you know? And the body camera thing, Muta, where you call for, is a must. It's a must. You know what I mean? Definitely. And by the way, we see in Trinidad, and the next party is in since Monday. Yes.
A female woman. Yeah, female.
Yes, Kamla Persad Bissar, Indian. Yes. She has 73. Yes. So the table turned in Trinidad and Tobago. And by the way, on Monday the 28th too, same day that new party in Trinidad, a massive power blackout in southern Europe.
Yeah, me hear about it. Them say the biggest blackout ever in Europe. Biggest blackout ever.
Yes, and I know them don't know what caused it.
What caused it, yeah.
I know. And you know what happened to? You see the people them who like us cash, money, was in problem because two them don't have no cash. They couldn't buy nothing or do nothing.
Yeah.
And that is why, you know, me always say cash is absolutely necessary. Because when them machines they use things, you know, forget when they use them credit thing. When them power thing happen, and them don't have no cash. Who don't have no cash can't buy nothing. Everything crash. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Serious thing. You know? Cash must always remain. You know? Must always remain. And you know our next thing, Muta? We must recognize officially in Jamaica and elsewhere our African religions, you know. Like of the Akan, the Ewe, Yoruba and thing, you know. You notice all of the non-African religions in Jamaica are recognized. But our African religions, some of our spiritualities are still deemed as
devil worship.
As devil worship and that type of thing. Yeah, man. We have to do that. You know what I mean? We have to do that, man. You know? And
anyway, we still have a good fight, you know. We're not stop.
No, we're not stop. And I'll keep you posted with the support for Traore and other Pan-Africanists in with movement which is going on. Because I see whereby people with the demonstration yesterday, a lot more people have come on board, which is a good thing. You know what I mean? To say that we have to work at this constantly in supporting African people wherever we are in the world. Because touch one, touch all. That is the important message, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and we just have to continue Marcus Garvey work. See? And right?
Yeah.
All right. Blessed love Muta. And go and keep up the good work. You and Cabo, another Pan-Africanist, including the birds in the car. Yes.
I'm through on the cutting edge. And we will go deeper.
Wagwa Muta.
I'm there, man.
You want Muta? You want to say, Mr. Carl, I don't want no credit. I want to ask you if you have the phone number for the Windrush brethren out of St. Thomas. They will put down the program there.
Yeah, maybe, but me not be doing that so now. But maybe I read from him because I keep a program with him.
So me can call IFM like in a weekdays, yeah?
Yeah, I ask them, please, yeah.
All right, because me need that. Me want to link him, you know, because him not talk something that when me like when I talk about the Commonwealth or the Uniform Commercial Code. Uniform Commercial Code. We speak about the Commonwealth, you know?
Yeah.
And the way they really rip us out. Even Jamaican, where like me, were born in the 53, there where the birth certificate becomes a government treasury, even under the British Commonwealth, you know?
Yeah. So you did St. Thomas when him attack or else by that?
No, me couldn't make it out there. But I listen to him, I talk to you upon the radio.
Oh.
And then me never have no credit for call you before now. To get the phone number, because I really want to link him to get some more information as how I can be a part of his program, because it's very important.
Yeah, man, I agree with you. So you want to
understand?
IRFM and
so
let me call them tomorrow.
All right, sir. Thank you. Have a good. Me love your program, you know.
Yeah, man. Give time.
And you let me ask, you know, you see the Sweet Honey on the Rock. If it's possible that not now, but later on in the program, our next program, please continue play them music. Many years ago, me was in some of them show, you know, that go to them show up there in America.
Yeah, Washington, yeah, man.
And then when I beg you again, your music, the man, where you say a long time, you sit down on the bank, on the wall, you know, me butter pan. Me love the music there in the brethren.
All right, sir.
Please play that when you have time here, sir.
All right, sir.
And the music, the way say,
what if music you are?
yeah, especially when say teach your children this.
Oh, that's at the beginning of the program.
Yeah, man, I love that, man, because it's very educational. I mean, he's a man who write poetry and, he's an unknown poet right now.
All right.
You know what I mean? And thing and short story and them thing there.
All right, sir.
Thank you very much for that program, yeah. You and your sister Kabu and yes, that's them two programs is very uplifting.
All right, I give thanks, yeah?
Yes, man, just guide and protect.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to this poem, you know. I just sang I want me to play. Yeah. I mean, I hear nothing, or him not say nothing.
Must say asleep. All right.
All right. All right. Yeah, man, come on to talk the radio for your phone.
Yeah, motor. Yeah. All right, I'm going to talk faster than 1 minute. See, me just want to say this really quick.
Me a time you.
All right, time me right now. Fast, me I done before 1 minute. Start time me right now. All right, Mutabaruka. More you build a poetry named The Truth of a Lie, or you put the plural upon it with the S, lies. The truth of lies. All right, that's how. All right, me I tell you something no Muta. The whole of your call of them a cry out to your brother and people worldwide. Brother, your program is very educational and inspirational. It teach the prime ministers and the president and the high society, brother, the educated and the dunks, them, brother. Listen to me. The people that cry out to you and Cabo, I said, we have the two best program by IRFM. Now, listen to me now, Muta. I'm going to ask you, please, whether the management of IRFM team have to go and reassign Elise Kelly or take her off a leave. But the people that cry out here, I'm going to show you why and what is the point of that. You see, any Elise Kelly come back at IRFM and take back her slot, and IRFM needs a reshufflement of cabinet. Meaning that Muta has to get more dates, because if Muta play upon the program, the youth them will stop kill and rob. And the whole heap of gun them, they will say it don't necessary to go kill baby and granny on the breast. Seeing because Muta program is educated enough for the youth them. But Muta don't have enough time, brother. Seem like Marcus Moselle Garvey. Him don't have enough time to talk. The way him have so much
all right,
knowledge.
Sir, the minute and 2 gone. 2 minutes gone. All right,
Lord of Jesus Christ. Yeah.
Okay, where were they? Where were they? Oh, at this day. And we're there when we listen more from this from 2 o'clock. Okay, so here we go. Carla. Yes.
Morning, Motor.
Morning, sir.
What go on, man?
Stepping cutting edge and stepping with a later.
Yeah, man. When me I say, Mr. Chang to hurry up and get the police and the body camera. Because them kill people innocent, you know. And I beat up the youth. Innocent. So then if you hurry up and get the police and the body camera. Because most of the time them say police kill people innocent. The body camera will defend them. Whether them talking the truth or them not talk the truth.
That may I say too.
Yeah, man. Then if you hurry up and get them the body camera, man.
Alright, sir. Good time.
Yeah, you can't talk it when you come on later.
They were talk it a while ago and talk it last week, man. We were talking tomorrow still, but after last week, we talk it.
Yeah, man, if you're a give them the body camera, man.
Alright, sir, give time.
Yeah, man, because most of the time, you know, they kill people innocent, you know.
You said that a while ago.
Yeah, man. So if you're a give them the body camera, man.
Alright, sir.
Yeah, man. So big up here.
Yeah, man, listen.
Alright.